Welcome back to the East Bay. I'm your host, Katie Pratt. I'm here in the Laurel District in Oakland, California. Oakland wouldn't be Oakland without its artist community. Today we're going to explore SambaFunk, which celebrates Afro-Brazilian music and dance. All right, I'm here with King Theo Aytchan Williams of SambaFunk. He's the founder, and you started it how many years ago?
In 2010, so that would make it 13.
13 years, wow. And how did your history here inform your interest in this form of art?
Well, that's a real interesting question. So I was originally introduced to West African dance when I was young. I had no idea what it was. We were just there passing through, but the drums haunted me for decades. And not until I went to school in Atlanta, I went to Atlanta University, took a West African dance class. From that point, I started doing West African dance, and then I relocated from Atlanta back to Oakland in the early 2000s, and I got exposed to Brazilian dance, and there were a lot of similarities, and it was carnival time. Carlos was my mestre in 2000. I trained with him and studied with him. And unfortunately, in 2005, I believe, he had a heart attack at 45. And that's when I created SambaFunk. The Portuguese imported the Africans to Brazil. So that's where my family DNA traces back to Guinea-Bissau.
Yeah.
And I'm sure some of my relatives went directly to Brazil. So I think that's the connection to what I'm feeling that's much deeper than just learning how to do samba or learning how to play drums.
Yeah.
It's like a spiritual connection there.
For folks who haven't heard of SambaFunk especially, because that's something that you founded, can you explain to everyone in the US and other folks in the Bay Area exactly what SambaFunk is?
Well, SambaFunk is a number of different things, but primarily we are a 501c3 cultural arts nonprofit located in Oakland, California, and we are made up of some professional, but mostly community volunteers that love the arts and support the arts. They love the culture, and specifically Brazilian culture. So we play Brazilian music, but we mix it with African music, and then we put our own Bay Area, American, Oakland swag on it.
Who are the Funkwarians?
That is a good question. I love to talk about the Funkwarians because we are the Funkwarians. So if you register for Carnival and you become a member of SambaFunk, we refer to you as a Funkwarian. But the Funkwarians represent our ancestors that we lost in the Middle Passage. And a lot of what we do always goes back to Africa because the base of the drum, the creation of the art, the dance goes back to Africa, and it comes over to the New World where we are now, and we have our own different expressions of it, whether it's jazz, gospel, blues, spirituals, hip hop, reggae, samba, salsa. It's all going back to that original drum and the heartbeat, which comes from the woman, and in this case, the black woman out of Africa.
How often do y'all have classes now and where?
So now it's 2 classes a week. On Thursdays, we're here at the Towers Community Center in the Laurel District. And on Sundays, we're at the Malanga Coscalora Center, which is in downtown Oakland, right around the lake.
Which is called Samba Church.
Samba Church! Hey. Yeah. And we like to call it that because, one, it's a way that people can come and just free up and just let the rhythm just move you. And we are always open. Like the doors of the church are always open. Sundays we used to say Sundays at 4, but now Sundays at 3:30, Samba Church is always open.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Can't think of. No, you shared so much beautiful, so many beautiful stories and info and history that we don't normally get in our interviews. So thank you for that. Thank you for what you're doing.